Hey guys, we're just gonna wait a couple of seconds here, 45 or so, to let everybody get logged on, and then we will start our Diamond and Gemstone Fabulous Facebook Live. We're so excited to have you guys all here.
Some of you may have noticed we have a little spider joining us. Don't pay any attention to it, it's just our webcam. We needed some special effects that will kind of showcase the stones later, but more coming on that.
So, a few more seconds here.
Just waiting.
The waiting.
It's the best part, anticipation.
Just so you all know, we really like to have fun at our job because we get the beautiful, sparkly things to work with every day. So there will be lots of laughing and lots of fun during this live feed.
We also sit next door to each other. Our offices are right next door, which makes sense. Diamonds and gemstones, right, need to be next door. So we spend a good bit of time together, I'd say, while at work.
There's definitely some finishing of the sentences and thoughts regularly.
For sure. Okay, are we about ready?
Yeah, I think you can go ahead and get started.
Okay, all right. Well, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us at the Facebook Live event for Diamonds and Gemstones. I believe it's the last Facebook Live?
Second to last.
Second to last.
It just
because of reschedule issues. It wasn't the last earlier.
We thought they were saving the best for last, but nonetheless, it's okay.
Close to.
Close to, there you go. My name is Heather Chustz. I am the Diamonds Director here at Stuller, which means I get to oversee our entire loose diamond assortment from the smallest melee to the largest stone we have in our inventory. And this is my co-anchor, Sam Larson.
Hey there, I'm Sam Larson, and I am the Director of Gemstones here at Stuller, and I oversee all of the loose gemstones here in our department, from the tiniest to the largest.
You ready?
So I'm super excited. I'm gonna start this, if you don't mind. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about what we offer here at Stuller in the gemstone department. Some of you may already know a little bit about what we offer in our calibrated collection. So we offer 34 different shapes with an additional several rose cut shapes. I think there's an additional 11. And 108 varieties here at Stuller for you to choose from in our calibrated collection. In case you don't know what calibrated means, what that really stands for is very precise measurements that are within a very specific tolerance range for each one of the different outline shapes that we offer. So we have stones that start from 0.8 millimeter and go all the way up through well over 20 millimeters. And then of course pearls in that collection as well. We are launching for our Stuller Connect live virtual JCK event starting June 1st. Some really great new options to our calibrated collection, and I'm going to go over those quickly and then give you some really cool sneak previews of the product itself. So a couple of those are lapis and chrysoprase, which we already offer in our cabochon, which is a domed finish collections, but we're now going to be offering them in our faceted collection. So this is really great for a lot of those designing pieces, for designers and emerging people that are coming on board and want something that's just a little bit different. It's a nice hard stone, so it's not quite as transparent and sparkly, if you will, as some of the other options, but it packs a really powerful punch of color, which is great. So lapis, of course, being blue, and chrysoprase being this really vibrant green. We also are launching rose cut shapes in cabochon, so super excited to start those from 2 millimeter rounds all the way up through 10 millimeters in lots of different shapes. So you'll have to tune in for our Stuller Connect to get those sneak peeks and see them live on the web.
So that starts June 1st, Stuller Connect, but while we're in Facebook Live event today for Diamonds and Gemstones, we did want to just call out really quickly that if you have any questions, please be sure to submit them. We have Hannah on our social media team here taking care of all of those questions. So again, if you have any questions, just let us know and we'll try to answer them as we go through. So
absolutely. We're here to help with the education part because education really does make a difference in being able to close those sales and answer those questions that your customers are ultimately going to be asking you. So we're excited to help and to be there when you need us. So feel free to reach out. So the first sneak peek is going to be our umba sapphires, which we are absolutely thrilled to offer. So you can see them moving around a little there. They're a really beautiful dynamic stone that offers a really beautiful fall collection in terms of color. So they have this vibrant orangey, reddish, brownish, purplish, a little bit of green mixed in there. If you could put the colors of fall into one stone, this would be a great representation to reveal all those colors. So the great thing about umba sapphires is that do come from the Umba Valley in Tanzania, and this is part of our Earth to Market series in our calibrated collection. So to give you a little bit more about our calibrated collection, like I did mention, we offer pearls, but similar to that, in our new golden pearls in South Sea and Tahitian, we also offer moissanite. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with the Forever One collection by Charles and Covard, which is an outstanding, extraordinary example of what moissanite should be. We love that collection. It's not going anywhere, and it's certainly available online and comes with a warranty. But we also are excited to announce and to launch our Stuller moissanite. So we've had it online for some time. We have had a lot of people who have purchased pieces and been really excited about the quality and how beautiful it's coming in. We offer it in two different qualities, a DEF, which would be colorless, and a GH, which is a near colorless option. We do have the Stuller moissanite in 14 different shapes and 5 rose cut shapes in a full run-up of calibrated sizes, which means that it starts from very small 2mm and goes all the way up through the large exotic sizes that are a little harder to get. So we're super thrilled to offer those. And as a quick call out, if you're looking for something and you can't find it, we're happy to help you. And we do offer our special order services. There's a page that you can get to from the gemstones page or from the main navigation on Stuller.com. And it allows you to fill out a quick questionnaire so that one of our D&G diamond and gemstone experts can reach out to you and help you facilitate the request that you have. That could be anything from a large size exotic moissanite. It could be something as small as a 1.5mm kite cut blue sapphire, which we have gotten requests for, and we are happy to help facilitate getting those for your customers. And that actually leads me to pass it over to Heather so that she can talk to you a little bit more about what you can get from diamonds with our special orders page.
So we know that a lot of customers today, when purchasing a bridal engagement ring, are looking for a specific budget in mind, or they have one in mind. And while moissanite is a great alternative for a center stone, I also wanted to talk through some people's favorite center stone, a diamond. Those are my favorite. So similar to moissanite, it's part of our calibrated collection, and while our Melly assortment within diamonds and gemstones is pretty consistent, I wanted to go through really quickly what it means to be a Stuller Melly. So just for an example, all of our Stuller Melly, that's 1/4 carat and below, it doesn't matter the quality, the color, or even the size or shape. As long as you're 1/4 carat and below, we are going to call you or consider you a Stuller Melly. And everything above 1/4 carat in size, whether you're natural or lab, with a report or without, we basically classify you as a Stuller center. So when you think about center stones, you know there's a lot of options. Moissanite's also an option, lab-grown diamonds.
It's a good, inexpensive option.
Diamonds are also an option, highly prioritized center stone as well. So what we have done for you today is kind of brought for you some of our favorites, my particular favorites. So I'm going to actually start off with a couple of natural diamonds here. This is our new fancy boxes. In case you maybe haven't seen them, they come with kickstands. The lid snaps open. We've got a beautiful pad for the diamond to sit on. Believe it or not, the pad is reversible, so you can also flip it to white, which Sam has done so there, and then black for diamonds. So this is one of my favorites. This is a 3 carat, not elongated, emerald cut natural diamond. You can just see how it sparkles and shines under the light. Beautiful step cuts, beautiful facets.
Such an extraordinary stone when you get to see it in person. Like, our special setup here is really beautiful, and it does help the stone sparkle, of course, because we have a great lighting guy and video guy that's helping us out and gave us some pretty fantastic diffused lighting. But the stone itself really is impactful. So you guys know, always make sure to buy visually and not off of a report.
So the next diamond that was one of my favorites was actually some marquise. Marquise is one of our fancy shapes that are highly trending shape right now. We also know that ovals are really hot as well, but this is a 3.4 karat H VVS2 marquise. And that, there you go. You can see him sparkle and shine. Whoa, there we go. Now, does that look better? Yeah. He looks great in person. If you really want to take a look at it, the web does a great job, but it's really one of those stones that you'd want to see in person. You really want to put your eyes on it. So,
and I have to call out Heather right now because she does an extraordinary job with her team of procurement people, specifically for the diamonds, to get every different cut that you could possibly imagine. So if you want this beautifully proportioned marquise, we have it. But if you want a long, lean marquise or a super short, squatty marquise, we have those too. And they've done a really beautiful job of giving you the assortment that fits everybody's taste.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate that. Okay, so my two other favorite stones that I brought are two lab-grown diamonds. And as you know, everything at Stuller, when we are talking about a lab-grown diamond, we're packaging it or notating it in blue. So our lab-grown diamonds that are sold with reports are shipped in these blue boxes with a sleeve on top. Even more so, our lab-grown Melly, believe it or not, comes in a blue parcel. So again, just following with the blue colors as well. So this particular lab-grown diamond is a radiant, and wait till you see the color on this guy. So this is a very vibrant yellow.
Gorgeous yellow.
We all know that with lab-growns, you have to grow them in the devices, and some of them are further treated to enhance this color. This is no exception. This is a fancy yellow, fancy vivid yellow, radiant that we have here. It's a 1.4-ish carat radiant. And then my last stone that I want to highlight, it's also a lab grown, and obviously we have lab grown in all the different shapes, all the different colors, white colors, I should say, colorless. But this particular one is by far one of my favorite. This is the color that is extremely hot right now. So this color is a very pale pink, almost a peachy pink, and it's actually a pear shape, so there's a whole lot of peas in there, but nonetheless, this is a very pale peach diamond. You can see it on my finger. It's kind of hard to see the color. It really doesn't do it justice, but I can just imagine that pear shape in a rose gold engagement ring mounting, or even a pendant.
For sure. And should your customers not have the budget for a natural or lab grown beautiful peachy pink pear shape diamond, that is a lot of peas, we are happy to help you in the gemstones department with peachy pink options. So we have everything from beautiful morganites, this one happens to be a very long lean, all the way to the trending peachy pink, pastel pink sapphire. So I'm gonna try and show this one to you guys on my hand, but I will tell you, fair warning, it does blend into my skin tone because it is that peachy pink color, but that's it. So certainly if you have a customer that needs something that's still wearable, but doesn't maybe have the price tag of a diamond, Gemstones is here for you. We've got your back, for sure. So to continue on showing you some of our beautiful collection of notable gems, which I'm really excited about, a lot of people don't understand, or at least know, that we at Stuller don't only offer the calibrated collection, but that we do have an extraordinary hand-selected collection of notable gems as well. And what makes it notable, you say? Well, let me tell you. It's something that's notable about it, right?
It's a showstopper.
Yeah, right. A showstopper is a great word. It could be an extraordinary make. It could be an extraordinary size. It could be an extraordinary cut, or even an unusual or rare color. And that's what makes something notable, right? If you think to yourself, wow, I really want that, like Heather's fabulous yellow diamond, then by all means, it's gonna be in our notable collection. It doesn't necessarily mean that we don't have small sizes in that collection, because we do, especially in our alexandrites. You know, they start at 16 pointers because we have natural alexandrites that do a really, really great job at showing the color change from green to red or green to purplish red. So those are in there as well, and they're only 16 pointers. So certainly we have small and large within our notable collection. If you can't find it on our calibrated area, you can probably find what you're looking for in our notable area. So flip on over. We're gonna do a web quick showing later, so we'll be able to show you what that looks like, but certainly findable. So to continue on with the show and tell of stones,
Our spider's really coming in handy, by the way. That's what the spider setup is for, to really be able to show you those beautiful stones. Notable stones.
Notable stones. Thank you. Yeah, you know, notable is all-encompassing. It's for gemstones and diamonds.
Thank you.
Right? So this is a really great specimen here. This, again, is a square shape. Some people might call it a princess cut sapphire. So this is a natural no-heat stone. The beauty in this stone is that it came out of the ground looking like this. There was no extra enhancements or treatments, which is traditionally done to sapphires, to help it look better. So it's just beautiful all on its own. This one actually is a kind of an icy blue purplish color, which is kind of great. And then I want to show you a really extraordinary, super rare stone. So everybody out there hopefully has heard of Kashmir, and if you haven't, let me tell you and sing the praises of Kashmir sapphires. They are extraordinarily rare because they come from one area and from a mine that really is closed. It's been closed for a solid 80 years. And what we're getting now in terms of blue Kashmir sapphires have been in the market for a really long time, right? So they're older stones that are getting recut and repolished. A lot of times you have to buy them from auction houses. We have an example here that is a Kashmir pink sapphire. So it does have certification, of course. This is a super rare stone, but you can see as I rock and tilt it here, that really beautiful velvety texture inside the stone that is iconic in a Kashmir sapphire. So when you're looking for that velvetyness in a blue sapphire, it's a telltale sign that you might have a Kashmir on your hands. And in this instance, we have a pink variety, which is extraordinarily rare, and we are super, super thrilled to have it. This stone happens to be a 6.46 carats, and of course, findable in our notable gemstones online at stuller.com/gemstones.
I tell you, it's really vibrant. I know we have our spider webcam working here, but it's a lot more vibrant, I feel like, than what we're seeing on the video. So just to give a shout out, it is a very, very pretty pink.
It's very cool. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So to continue on with something that makes our notable collection notable, I am super thrilled to show you one of our newbies, and this is a Bicolor Tanzanite. So if you are an avid Stuller follower and you read the Sell with a Story blog post on Bicolor Tanzanite or Tanzanite in general, you got a sneak peek of these really fabulous stones that we're now offering. So you can see this guy has a really great bicolor between green and blue. And they're really great for those customers that want something that's a little bit different, that's really, really unique to just them. They don't necessarily want to follow a trend other than the color trend, which is definitely trending. There's a lot of trends. But they want something that's unique and completely individual to them. So the great thing about bicolor stones is that very, very rarely do you actually get more than one that looks just alike. And part of that is the way that the stones are grown. Another part of that is the way that they're cut and polished afterwards. So a good example would be this guy right here. I'm just gonna put him under so you can get a close-up view really quick. This is a Bicolor Tourmaline in a yellow and green. Now this happens to be one of my favorites. That's why it's here today, because I think it's extraordinary. And it does have a mate, meaning that it has or is one of a matched pair. What makes this so special and also somewhat unusual is that even though it has a mate, the bicolor line, so what makes it distinct, where the green fades into the yellow, is not even on both stones. So even if you bought a matched pair and wanted to make two separate rings or sisters pendants or best friend pendants or anything like that, you could absolutely do that, have something that complements without being entirely matchy-matchy. So definitely showing off the unique nature of gemstones, which is super exciting, at least for me. If you can't
Not
tell,
so much for the diamond. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
we are definitely nerds in our own respective right. Mine, of course, is super shiny, sparkly rocks, and Heather's is also super shiny, sparkly rocks.
They're just not as colorful, maybe, as yours.
Yeah, right. So, you know, what can you do?
Before y'all continue.
Oh, we have a question.
Yeah, we do have a few questions. First of all, a lot of comments, lots of people really excited about seeing diamonds and gemstones.
Thank you, thank you.
We're excited too.
Michelle just says, love to see the marquee returning. But I have Erica who asked, what type of certificates do the no-heat sapphires come with, if any?
Yes. Oh, that's a really great question. So, Erica, generally speaking, our sapphires that have no heat come with a GIA report, but it's possible that they could also come with a GRS report, a glue-glean report, an AGS, or an AGL report. So we do offer many different reporting agencies to help us in determining that the natural no heat sapphires are indeed natural and no heat. Most of them do come from GIA. We love GIA here at Stuller.
Awesome. And for Heather, Patrick says, do you see an increase in calls for lab-grown and naturals when displayed in bridal cases? I'm not exactly sure what he's asking, but if I had to guess, kind of, do you think that, displaying lab-grown in a bridal case would make more people interested or more people question about what the lab-grown diamond is? Maybe like growing its popularity?
Sure, absolutely. So I do not 100% know the answer to your question, but this is what we're going to explain what we hear. Our explanation is that if you have the sign out, or even if you have the stones out on display, I think this is a good way to easily show that there's a difference. So a black box and a blue box, I know it sounds very simple and very minor, but whenever we introduced it, we wanted it to stand out by labeling it with blue so that customers are aware that it is something different. It's not the traditional parcel that you see everywhere, or even the black box that you see everywhere. Because it's a color, it indicates that something's different about it. So I do think that putting either a sign or a different type of packaging for your diamonds in your case would lead customers to ask questions. But what we hear the most when talking about engagement rings is that once they've had a style picked out, it's then time to pick out the most important thing, the center stone. And so when you're ready to present those center stones, that's when we highly suggest you to give the customer options. Moissanite is a center stone option. A blue sapphire is a center stone option. The same way a lab-grown diamond and a natural diamond are all options for center stones for engagement rings. So I would say give them the options. It's their ultimate piece of jewelry that they get to wear forever and hopefully pass down to their loved ones and their family. So make sure that they're aware of all of their options that they have.
Well, and a lot of times too, it's on us to kind of elaborate on what Heather said. It's on us as those people who are dealing with the customers, whether it's you guys as our customer or the end consumers as your customer, to start those conversations. So if you show that beautiful blue packaging, which, I mean, these boxes are perfect for displaying in cases, let's just say that, right? But if you choose to do that, it allows people to ask those questions and maybe encourages them to ask those questions so that you can be there and be the hero and answer them like, yeah, we actually have both because we believe in both.
Yeah, I will say this from the sales side of things. We have carried lab-grown diamonds with reports for almost 5 years now, and I will say every year the growth continues. We have not seen a slowdown. If anything, we're seeing greater awareness. People are starting to know that they have a diamond option now, whereas prior to they either chose a natural or a gemstone. So it is definitely growing in popularity from our point of view.
Awesome, thanks. And one more thing, going back to your last question, Sam, Erica wants to know if it's an extra cost for GIA certification, talking about the sapphires.
Again, a great question. Thanks, Erica. It is not necessarily an extra cost if it already has a report. So for instance, if this particular stone had a report on it, it would come with the report already. So that wouldn't be an extra added cost to you. If it's a stone that you're looking to buy from us and it doesn't have a report, we're really happy to send that to any of the labs on your behalf. And of course, that would entail getting the discount that we would be able to offer you for that report service, but you would be responsible for paying for it at that point. But most of the stones, we go through and really cull and see which need a report, what makes it so special, does that special feature make it so that it needs a report, and then absolutely we will send it to the lab before it ever gets to our online experience for you to be able to buy.
Awesome. And that looks like that's it for questions right now. Just a few more comments, some sapphire and diamond love. But again, if y'all have questions, please leave them in the comments and we will get to them. But as of now, I think y'all can continue.
Thanks, Hannah.
Great. So I'm just gonna kind of pick this back up. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
And well, and then when you're done, I have 2 more that I really want to show as well.
Yes.
So
yes, absolutely. Do you want to show yours? Oh, guys, these are so spectacular. You show yours.
Okay. So what we have here is some of you may have already heard the request or have asked the question about salt and pepper diamonds. Well,
they're fabulous.
In January, we were able to launch an assortment of specialty diamonds, which really allows us to bring diamonds that are a little more unique in the sense that they're not graded using your traditional 4Cs. Salt and pepper diamonds definitely fall into that category. So what I have here is a round salt and pepper diamond. It's a little over 1.5 carat. But as you can see, a salt and pepper diamond has a ton of inclusions, but those inclusions are actually intentional. They are meant to be showcased and be vibrant, and they really help stand apart from your traditional 4Cs colorless and near colorless diamonds. So this particular salt and pepper is part of our specialty diamonds collection, as well as this guy. So this guy is very similar, kind of reminds me of a gemstone almost, similar to the bicolor that Sam was showing earlier, but this is actually an elongated cushion. It has a brown color to it with some black stripes. They almost look like tiger stripes.
It really does in person too. It's a really fabulous stone.
Yeah, and not only that, it's a rose cut, so it lays really flat on your fingers. You can kind of see there. And the best part about this guy is he comes in a pair. We have 2 of these guys. So we have both of these in our inventory. I checked the vault before going live today. This is just one of the 2, but nonetheless, be sure to check out our specialty diamonds collection because we have a ton of diamonds in there that I actually got to go to India in November and hand select. So all of the ones that we have in our collection were hand selected by myself and my co-buyer Vivek Mishra. He is fantastic. So we were able to take that trip in November. I will say this, because of all of the situations that are going on in the world today, we are not able to visit India quite as often, so that inventory is unfortunately limited at this moment, and we're not quite sure when we'll be able to go back, which is really sad because India is great to bring a fresher assortment to y'all. So stay tuned, be sure to shop, and as soon as we're able to fly and grab some more stones, we will definitely bring some back for you. So Sam, please take over.
So sorry, real quick.
Okay,
for
okay.
you, Heather. Kelly says, love this. Will you start to carry larger lab-grown diamonds?
Yes, so the lab-grown diamonds I think that we have right now, we have a fair amount of 1.5 carat up to 3 carat lab-grown diamonds. We have had an occasional 5 carats. I'll say this, when you're growing a lab-grown, the larger it is, the longer time it takes to grow. So that
Which means more money.
A little bit more money, yes, absolutely. But not only that, they're hard to keep, believe it or not.
It's a good problem to have, guys.
We are trying everything that we can to make sure that we're bringing it all to you available. But again, if you don't see the size or the shape that you're looking for, Sam talked about special order services earlier. We can absolutely source a specific lab-grown diamond for you. Now, if you're looking for a 10 carat or a 6 carat, those might be a little bit harder to find, but nonetheless, please submit those special orders to our D&G sales team so we can be on the hunt for you.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna show you some more juicy goodies. So this particular bad boy has an extraordinary make. All of the facets on this stone line up perfectly. It doesn't bulge in any of the strange places you don't want gemstones to bulge in. And it still has a really great color. And it's also oversized. So you can see that this is a little bit bigger stone. This one comes in at almost 9 carats, 8.8 carats. And we thought it would be a really great stone to showcase today because it's a color that's really trending. It's that beautiful, almost Bordeaux wine color, a little purple, a little red, and totally drinkable.
Definitely got some pink and purple in there. Merlot would be great.
Merlot. There you
Just
go.
kidding,
Merlot.
just kidding.
I'm not a big wine drinker. Bordeaux, Merlot, Sangria. As long as it's colorful, it goes in.
Is this another wine color you're about to show us?
It's not. So
Okay.
this one, I'm sorry, unless you drink green wine, in which case maybe you need some help. This particular stone is more about the cut and the make. So one of the things that makes the stone notable is something that's just a little bit different about it. So this particular beauty is a really beautiful green color, almost a tealish, but not quite enough blue to be considered a teal for us. And it has a French cut top, which means that it has 4 large facets on the top that are large triangles. And then the underside is a beautiful, I'm gonna try and turn it here without being too awkward. Sorry guys. It has a beautiful make on the bottom with a step cut finish. So to have this beautiful French cut shape in an elongated baguette style is something that makes it really extraordinary, even if it's only a simple green stone. we really do go out of our way to find stones that are the best versions of themselves in this particular collection. So happy to show you that one. And then I have just a couple of more fabulous beauties for you. This particular one is a PeriEva-like, because it is not from Brazil, Tourmaline, which is just really, really beautiful.
Wow, look at the pop on that.
Right?
Beautiful color.
And they do that in person too. We could put this under light all day, every day. And what makes it so beautiful is that Tourmaline is really great at spitting those lights back out to you. So you get that beautiful color no matter where you are, which means that when you set it in something, whether it's a fabulous bezel set pendant using some of our findings, or a really beautiful engagement ring using one of our beautiful Ever and Ever bridal pieces, you're really getting an extraordinary stone that will display well when you wear it, which is super fun.
I think that's probably my favorite of all the ones you've shown thus far. I really like that turquoisey, aqua.
Ocean water,
Yeah.
like the Maldives.
Want to be on the beach
Yeah,
type of
right?
environment.
I feel like that. We've all been socially cooped up for a very long time, so beach time sounds nice. Don't do it. You should all still be 6 feet apart.
Including us. Camera angles are prohibiting
Right.
some of that, but nonetheless.
So the last ones that I want to tell you about from the notable collection today, and mind you, we have tons and tons of stones available for you to see, over 2,000 in our notable collection right now, are our new black opals. So we're really thrilled to be able to offer black opals. The nice thing about our collection is that they range, and you can see here we have a beautiful blue, we have one that's a little bit more green, and then one that shows a really vibrant red and orange play of color. And that's what makes black opals so great, is that they're 100% unique and 100% individual. None of them are ever going to look exactly alike, even if it's a matched pair.
So I'm looking at this large opal that you have here, and it's showing on the screen, at least in my eyes, like a bluish, kind of oceany color. Is it actually a black opal? Like what?
It is, right? So what makes it a black opal is that the body color is black. Heather, you're so awesome. You ask great questions. So you can see here, well, kind of, because the lights are a little bit bright, but you can see that the end part of the stone is black. And so the body color is black, and then you get this really beautiful, vibrant play of color that goes across the top of the stone. And in this particular instance, they are kind of oceany colors. They're dark blue if you're looking at it in person, that kind of bright tealish greeny blue if you're looking at it on the screen. And that's the great thing about play of color in an opal, is that you get lots of different colors just from one. So another example would be this. You can see again, it has a beautiful black or very dark gray background, and then, oops, sorry if I took it out of the screen there, and then a really beautiful play of color that changes based on the way that you're looking at it. So all super fun examples. But what makes it black is that the body color of the actual stone is black, and then it has that beautiful play of color on top.
Interesting.
And we have lots of different shapes and sizes available in our notable collection for our new black and gray opals, as well as in our calibrated collection. So you can get them in both places right now, which is super fun.
Okay.
So our show and tell is technically over, but we did want to walk you through a couple of really important things that are happening online right now, just to make it a little easier for you guys when you're helping your customers, whether you're in showcase mode or even just having a customer walk around the counter and have a look at your screen, which we all have done at some point or another, right? And just kind of give you the highlights on what's new and what's fresh. So I'm going to walk over to the computer and walk you through it, and Heather's going to talk through it.
Sure.
So
Thanks.
while Sam and Heather are about to navigate through this, we don't have any questions right now, but I do want to say to the audience, right now we can open it up for questions. So while they're discussing our website, if y'all have any questions, just drop them in the comments. And after Sam and Heather talk about Stuller.com, we will be able to get to those.
Thank you. Okay, Sam, you ready on the website?
Ready.
All right. So one of the things that we've been working on, as everyone in the industry I believe has been, is your presence digitally. So as you can see, we're looking here at the Stuller Diamonds homepage. So this is where you can go to shop all things diamond. And as you scroll through the page, you can see we've got a Stuller Melly collection. We have diamonds with and without grading reports, and then we have lab grown, again separated between the naturals. So what we're going to showcase today is our new search experience for all of our diamonds and gemstones, so with grading reports. So we're going to first take a look at the natural diamonds collection. So as you can see at the top, we've got all the different shapes and clarities and colors for you to choose from. So all you have to do is click on each icon and you can multi-select the difference so that you can find exactly what you're looking for at that given time. But what we really wanted to highlight today, which is super fabulous, is our videos. So as you can see, when you're looking for a specific diamond, let's say you're looking at a 1 carat GSI1, we know that all 1 carat GSI1s are not created equal. Some are a little bit wider, some have a deeper depth. All of those things matter. So what we've enabled is a compare feature. So if you would like to, you can choose, I believe it's up to 10 different serialized diamonds within one search experience. Sam has already clicked on them there. You can see them in orange. And once they pop up, you can click the tab at the top left of the screen, and then it'll allow you to compare multiple stones videos at one time. So as you can see, you're now looking at 4, in this case, diamonds that are very similar in color, clarity, size, and you can see they're all spinning. Now, if you don't want the diamonds to spin, you can absolutely press the center button and that'll kind of pause it to where you can see the table up view of each diamond. But furthermore, if you wanted to see inside of the diamond, maybe we click the SI1 clarity, you can zoom in and see the bigger pop-up.
Look at those beautiful hearts and arrows.
Hearts and arrows, yes. Everybody loves those suckers. So Sam, can we click the zoom button on that SI1? Okay, so this is a VS1 actually, but nonetheless.
I'm bad at following directions, sorry guys.
So as you can see there, it's just the diamond spinning in all of its glory. There's really not much to see there since it is a VS stone, but nonetheless, you could see the inclusions for some of the lower clarities. And then we'll have the pause, play, and even the skip button. So if you wanted to showcase a specific inclusion inside the diamond, and in some cases you can even see the inscription, you can absolutely do so with the controls at the bottom of the screen. So when you're on this page and looking at all 4 diamonds at one time and you're with the customer, or you know that that I1 stone up in the right hand corner is not going to work for them, you can absolutely just exit out and it will be removed from the list. So you're no longer comparing 4 stones, you're now comparing 3. It really just makes the buying experience a little bit easier for our retailers, but the best part about this is it's available in showcase mode as well. So you can absolutely add your markup to those diamonds and then showcase it to your end consumer so that hopefully that end consumer can make a decision right then and there. So the 360-degree videos are available for our natural diamonds with reports. Also, our lab-grown diamonds with reports have the same experience. But not only that, our gemstones in the Notable Gems collection also have the same experience. So Sam is now looking at the Stuller Gemstones landing page. So that's everything gemstones related. And now we're going to go shop the Notable Gems collection. So what she's going to do is first pick a specific stone type. So maybe we'll look at, what is that, sapphires?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a look at sapphires. And very similar to the diamonds landing page, you'll have your different shapes at the top of the screen. Sam's got a little bit of education at the top because there's a lot of education that needs to happen with gemstones. And you can see the different colors sapphire she has, the shapes. We have different sizes as well. And when you're going down the page, very similar, we have the same checkboxes. So you are then allowed to see multiple gemstones at one time. So she's selecting multiple colors to look at, and you can see the videos off to the side. They're kind of small. They're always better to zoom in on those when absolutely you can. So when you have the opportunity to select multiple stones at one time, which is what Sam's doing, she's able to compare them all in one view. But not only that, we can also compare multiple gemstone types. So if you no longer want a sapphire, perhaps you want a morganite or you want a kunzite, whatever it may be, you can absolutely compare those same stones to the original sapphires that you were comparing before. So what we see here is, how many stones do we have selected so far, Sam?
I think we have 3 selected so far. I'm going to add 1 more just to kind of round this out.
Can we add a ruby?
Yes.
A ruby, a sapphire, and a morganite. So we're going to look at...
Ooh, I like the way you think.
all those pink, beautiful, girly colors. So we're going to go ahead and select multiple stones there, and we're going to go back to the top, click on the compare tab, and then we'll do the exact same experience, although it's better because now we're not just comparing one stone type, we're comparing multiple stone types.
And
So-
if your customer decides that they don't want that ruby because it's out of their budget or it's just not the right flavor for them, again, you can just exit out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now we've got 3 beauties right at the top, and if I think maybe that 2.9 carat is just a bit too much, I can absolutely X that out, or I can zoom in on it the way we were able to do so with the diamonds. So the same thing, we've got the same controls at the bottom of the screen. It allows you to pause it, move it, really play with that stone before placing an order.
The highlight for gemstones is definitely that you can call out multiple stone options, so you're not just limited to showing them ruby. You can show them a ruby and a pink sapphire and a morganite and a pink tourmaline all in the same screen, so that they can judge the color for themselves and they can buy the one that speaks to them. Color is super emotional, so definitely want to have our customers and your customers seeing the stones that they want to be seeing that holds the emotion for them.
I'm gonna close it out. Well, guys, I think that's about all that we have for today for our Diamond and Gemstones Facebook Live event. Unless you have any questions, Hannah.
Yeah.
Do we have
so
questions?
It doesn't look like any questions, just lots more nice comments. Love the opals, gorgeous stones, and ladies. Thanks, Kim. That's really sweet.
Oh, great.
But I guess just to remind them, if they are watching the live after the live is over, feel free to let them still ask questions, because you'll be able to type back to them as Stuller. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
So if you didn't hear that, what our lovely Hannah just said, if you guys have questions or you come across things as you're going along, or you think back or you rewatch this video because you think we're that fabulous, and you come across a question that you need an answer to, we're here and are available. We have a really fabulous team of diamond and gemstone experts in the building that we're part of. That can certainly help you as well. So reach out, we're here to help, and we're absolutely here to answer any questions that you might have and provide you with a little bit of sparkly inspiration for your week.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. We will see y'all later.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.